Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
James with the ball. Inside. Tipped. Outside White. Puts up a three. The rebound by Ware. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. On defense, the Cavaliers. And here's Carter. Pass to Wells. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Adebayo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. First quarter, just over a minute played. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Dallas' head coach and I got a chance to talk. He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And he gets it to go.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
James outside. Down low. Tries again. Pass to Ware. Here's James. Adebayo grabs the board.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Carter inside. Adebayo, good look. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
And what I love about Adebayo is he picks smart shots to take. Just an efficient offensive player.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Pass to James. To the inside. Out to Thompson. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Carter. Over to the left wing. Pass to White. 6 to shoot. With the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Soaring in for the dunk. Derek White. My goodness.
Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top arm ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Ware. Will it go? Out to Thompson. James, right side. Back to Thompson. Second chance effort. The shot's good on the assist by James.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Outside Carter. Pass to Wells. It's Adebayo, high post. Here's Carter. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. And finished off by Adebayo.
From role player to all-star, Adebayo has made the leap. Why? Effort plays like that.
Here's Ware. Pass to Sharp. Up and over Carter. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
A kick out to White. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Now Pajimski. Pass to Oubre. Johnson on the wing. Shoots over White. Johnson with a bucket.
And it's clear Johnson is comfortable handling more responsibility on offense. Love the confidence there.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle step.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Pass to post. Back to Thompson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So he comes up empty at the line. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Sinks the tray.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now here's Pajemski. Still no points. Outside Oubre. The offensive rebound to the paint. Here's Thompson. Johnson for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Tyson. Pass to Hood Schifino. Now White. There's the three. And the Mavericks, another three.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Williams. Adebayo up top. Here's Hood Schifino. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Up top, Johnson. Drills it from deep. Johnson's got 5 points.
I like Johnson's focus at the perimeter. He's pretty careful about when he shoots the three.
Outside White. Here's Tyson. Yet to see a basket. Lets it go from the wing. A rebound by Post.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Oubre. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Oh, there's the alley.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Here's Hood-Schifino. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Here's Hood-Schifino following the score by Cleveland. Oladipo outside. Pass to Tyson. On the take. Out to Oladipo. Here's Williams. And it's blocked. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Oubre. No made baskets yet. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to Hood-Schifino. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now, here is James. Back to Sharp. From the arc. And Holmes pulls it down. The Mavericks lead by 15. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Shoots from the elbow. A nice shot by Hood-Schifino. Hood-Schifino's gotten 4 this quarter.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Pass to Oubre. Now, here is James. The layup off target. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Now here's Sharp. Tries the spin move. Pass to Ware. Oh! And he dunks it down.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Here's Hochefino. Outside, Williams. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Holmes. James with the rebound. And so James will bring it up for Cleveland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Sharp. Here's Ware. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ware's got his second bucket of the night.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. Dallas leading by 13. Pass to Robinson. Back to Carter. Here's Robinson. Guarded by Sharp. That one goes in. Robinson's got his first 2 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
To the left side wing. Sharp up top. Over Robinson. Sharp, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Count that bucket. Carter's got his third basket on the night right there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And they're on the run.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Pajemski with it. No points so far. Outside Sharp. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Long range from the inbound. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Pass to Wells. From 17. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
Outside Johnson. Shot to stop the run. Cleveland again missing.
They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period.
Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Dunn outside. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Here's Robinson. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Wells. From the high post. And the basket is good. Wells has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And here's Sharp. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Wells. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Left side, Johnson. And Carter with the block. And they'll get another chance. It's Sharp on the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Cleveland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here's Wells. White on the wing. Pass to Tyson. 5 on the clock. The long distance 3 is buried.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Left side, Carter. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Carter's got 8.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Pass to Sharp. White with the steal. And there's the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
To the middle. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
To the wing on the left. Adebayo sets a screen. They swipe it. Pass to Thompson. The rebound by Carter.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
White can't hit.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
James with the ball. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Carter on the wing. Pass to Wells. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of center. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And Cleveland making a change here. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Dallas shooting their first free throw this game. Cleveland calls timeout.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's James. Lays it up and banks it in. James has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, the defense has got to push LeBron James out of position. If he's on the interior, guys, it's over.
Pass to Wells. Back to Carter. Now here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dunn. And that one's on target from the wing. Dunn's got his second basket. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ware. Jacks up a 3. Connects from downtown. Ware's got 7.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Down low. Adebayo. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Pass to Ware. Adebayo grabs the board. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Outside Carter. And here's Adebayo. And he lays it up and in. He's got 14.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Thompson outside. To the paint. Here's Ware. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Out to Thompson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Cleveland making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
And here's Carter. He's got 11.
Number 5. Second personal foul. Second team foul. In for the Cavaliers.
Here's Carter. Dunn outside. Clock at 6. Right side Carter. Hits the front of the rim and out. Thompson attacking. Deflected. Outside Carter. From downtown. Again, the miss by Dallas. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Outside Pajemski. Driving in. And they pick up 2. Pajemski's gotten his first bucket of the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Pass to Adebayo. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Now Pajemski. Over Oladipo. The shot by Pajemski, no good. Carter inside. The rebound by Ware. It's Pajemski on the wing. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Pass to Williams. Outside Carter. Got a piece of it. Left side Pajemski. Thompson outside. Here's Ware. Outside Pajemski. Up and over Carter. The shot by Pajemski, no good. And Dallas with possession. Now Carter. He's got 12. This one for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Carter's got 9 points here in the second half. Got it off in time. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Dallas on top, running away with it. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you. As
31.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Thompson. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Can't hit from in close. Here's Hood-Schifino. Here's Tyson. Misses the 3.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Pass to Thompson. Now here's Pajemski. Outside Oubre. 5 to shoot. Into the lane. Comes up empty down low. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul. First team.
And he drops it first. So both teams changing it up here.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the strike.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
And so it's Dallas with it. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls.
Tyson. 2 shots.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. There's a screen. Here's Porter. Mavericks with a rebound.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Here's Hutchefino. Pass to Tyson. Out to the right wing. Here's Tilly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so Porter will bring it up for Cleveland. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth. Offline with a 3. Here's Hutchefino. Pass to Tyson. Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, B.A., so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about. If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Rebounded by Johnson. Porter looks it over. Outside Jones. Oh, they pick off the pass. The finish. And throws it down on the coast-to-coast drive.
Big time breakout, leaving everyone in the dust.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
They set the pick. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Tyson. No luck on that one.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Porter's shot is off.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
The 3. Another miss by Porter.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Tilly. Back to Holmes. Here's Tilly. From the high post. Left side Robinson. Launches a 3. Tries yet again. Back to Holmes. From outside the arc. The rebound by Post. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Cleveland again missing. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Pass to Tilly.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson attacking. Outside Sharp. Robinson with a steal. Pass to Tyson. Back to Robinson. To the inside. Oh, a
let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Mavericks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Bam Adebayo.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Tyson. Shot clock at 6. He takes it in. Now Holmes. For 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Sharp. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Right side, Robinson. Knocked away. Thompson right side. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks.
But we ain't never left alone, long, long. And if I'm telling you the feeling is wrong, relax a little, friend, this won't take too long. And when you're feeling alone, you can call my phone. Is there a better way to go? Teach them something before they lose the song. Oh, no, no, no. Freedom is the road. No, 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 coming in from the cold. Tell them not to sell it, it's worth more than gold. And guiltiness will catch them in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They'll try to manipulate you through your pockets.